he was not a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down kind of guy. He was more like, brush your teeth. Now, boom, orange juice. That's life.
We've been married 34 years, but he'll try and, like, sell us on our mom still. Like, I'll just be sitting there and my dad will lean in and be like, hey, you know who's a great lady? Your mother. It's like, yeah, we're all on board. We all love Mom. You don't have to advertise for her.
Oh, yes. And what a mighty king I will be. Eating dinner at 4:45 in the afternoon. Ah, ha, ha, ha! Look upon your sovereign, Petunia, and tremble. My lands stretch across this entire one-bedroom, and I eat dinner whenever I choose, as long as it works for the schedule of a dog.
None of us really know our fathers. Anyway.
You should be able to write in, I don't know. I know you told me. But I have had a very long day. He was like 12 years old, and you remember being 12 and you're like, no one look at me or I'll kill myself.
Stay down on the ground. Stay down on the ground, you motherfucker. That's not the dialogue, but do y'all remember that scene from It's a Wonderful Life? Great movie, Frank Capra, 1946. You're like the kid at the sleepover who after midnight is like, it's tomorrow now. Get the fuck out of here with your technicalities. Just because you're accurate does not mean you're interesting.
I am very small. And I have no money. So you can imagine the kind of stress that I am under.
I was on the telephone with Blockbuster Video. That's like when your grandma would be like, we'd all go play jacks down at the soda fountain. You're like, no one knows what you're talking about, you idiot. You know how you talk to your grandma? So, you could do anything to me. I was just like a young Motown singer. I was just shiny and dumb and easy to trick. I was like, oh man, you gonna give me a whole $100 for all of my songs? Where do I sign, Mr. Berry Gordy? I was offended as a lady who was getting pushed around by this chauvinist asshole that works at Blockbuster Video, talking to me like I'm some floozy. I am a proud Asian American woman, and you will treat me with respect. I am a tiger mom.
It's said that walking around with me is like walking around with someone who's running for mayor of nothing.
I did this girl, she'd just stare out the window all day long, and I'd be like, what's wrong? She'd be like, you wouldn't even understand if I told you. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
This guy being the president, it's like there's a horse loose in a hospital. It's like there's a horse loose in a hospital. I think eventually everything's gonna be okay, but I have no idea what's gonna happen next.
And it's like, all right, bury the boy, do it, bury the boy. Bury the boy.
So, she pushes me towards Clinton, and she goes, this is my son, John, and he's also going to be president. And I was like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm not gonna be president. And I know now that I'm definitely never gonna be president. Not unless everyone gets real cool about a bunch of stuff really quickly.
I was born in Providence, Rhode Island, and I am responsible for reintroducing the polio virus to my school district.
My dad loved us, he just didn't care about our general happiness or self-esteem. And my dad pulled into the drive-thru, and we started cheering. And then he ordered one black coffee for himself. And kept driving.
And I said, no, you know, like a liar.
And I would always think to myself, how could another person kill someone? How could a human being kill another human being? And then I got cheated on, and I was like, oh, okay.
And he said, no, midget is as bad as the N-word. First off, no. No, it's not. Do you know how I know it's not, I said to him, is because we're saying the word midget, and we're not even saying what the N-word is. And they go, no. In fact, we're gonna frame you for murder, and you're gonna go to jail for 30 years. And I had that thought that only blackout drunks and Steve Urkel can have. Did I do that?
It was just some boring shit I had to do on weekends. But now it's like saying I was a French maid for a period of time. I was treated well in my day. I worked for a variety of sirs.
So Bittenbinder came every year with a program to teach us about the violent world waiting for us outside the school gym. And that program was called Street Smarts. Time for Street Smarts with Detective J.J. Bittenbinder. Shut up, you're all gonna die. Street Smarts.
My big brother Spuddy grabs me. Hey, George, you want to go see a dead body? He takes me down to the train tracks, but I had seen that one already.
He was a child homicide expert, and... Oh, geez. Very sorry, Radio City. Did that make you uncomfortable? Well, guess what? You're adults, and he's not even here. So try being 7 years old, and you're sitting 5 feet away from him. He's still got blood on his shoes.
Now, some of you know who that is? For those of you that don't, he was president of the United States from 1993 until 2001, and he is a smooth and fantastic hillbilly who should be declared Emperor of the United States of America.
13-year-olds are the meanest people in the world. They terrify me to this day. If I'm on the street on like a Friday at 3 p.m. and I see a group of 8th graders on one side of the street, I will cross to the other side of the street. Because 8th graders will make fun of you, but in an accurate way. They will get to the thing that you don't like about you. They don't even need to look at you for long. They'll just be like, ha, 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 ha. Hey, look at that high-waisted man. He got feminine hips. And I'm like, no, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
Ed Koch. New York City Mayor Ed Koch rules New York with a limp fist.
The plan with Irish people is like, I'll keep all my emotions right here, and then one day I'll die. That's a bad thing to see. Something happened there. You hope it was a miracle. But probably not. Probably something worse.
Hello! My wife is a bitch! And I don't like her!
And he unveils her to the world and to the eyes of God, and right at that second, for no reason at all, some Cheeto-fingered rat mustache 13-year-old prick decides to go, aw, she's ugly.
Is it an E? Or is it a 3? That's up to ye. The passwords have passed. You've correctly guessed. But now it's time for the robot test. And then he said the following. You know, Leonard Bernstein was one of the great composers and conductors of the 20th century. But sometimes he would be gay. And according to a biography I read of him, when he was holding back the gay part, he did some of his best work.
I don't think, like, you could never put together a heist of women. Does that make sense? Like, Ocean's 11 with women wouldn't work. Because 2 would keep breaking off to talk shit about the other 9. Or not even talk shit, just say weird passive-aggressive things while they break into the casino. Just be like, aw, I love how you just wear anything. I'm either having a drink or I have to pee. You're living the golden years, kid, not me. Like, he spoke in rhymes. It was crazy. It was such a weird interaction that I wasn't sure if it actually happened.
And without looking up at me, my dad just said, you have the moral backbone of a chocolate eclair.
How would that ever work? Like, years later, I'd be in college, about to go down on some rockin' twink, and I'd be like, wait a second. What would Leonard Bernstein do?
Hopefully the videographer knew some sound editing so he could fix it to be like, "Aw, she's beautiful. She's enchanting."
Hey, little kids, get you ice cream. Get you.
Oh, are you a sicker, Mr. Mancini?
No, Giuseppe. I'm gonna be okay. Boom time. He's not well.
Jews don't daydream because folks are after them and they gotta stay sharp, you know what I mean? They have to be there. They haven't let their minds wander since Egypt. They just stay sharp. They go, "Who's that? Who are you? What's that? Put that down. What's that over there? Don't do that."
You think if you OD'd tomorrow, anyone would give a shit? You're God's born loser, you know that? You are God. No escape. Come, hey, no.
The guy tried to give me a big receipt. He's like, "Take this receipt for the clothing for your taxes." I was like, "How do I write that on my taxes?" "Dear IRS, please deduct from my federal income tax 1 XXL Billabong t-shirt from youth. It was too big. My mom said it could be a sleep shirt. Please deduct this from my 2017 income."
I came out of the bathroom and I asked my girlfriend, I was like, "Did you see like an old man follow me in the bathroom?" And she was like, "John, that bathroom's been closed for 40 years. Whoa! Whoa! Thanks very much for listening to me. My name's John Mulaney. You were really fun. Thank you.
You want me to do what?